Hey everybody, I'm Bryan Silverbacks and welcome to Shooting the Shit with Silverbacks. This is going to be the last little update of 2015, seeing as how today is New Year's Eve 2015 and tomorrow starts a new year. That means that this will be the first year in my adult life that I will start the new year and not be employed by a larger agency or business or technically have a job. It's a little scurry, seeing as how I have been less than skating by for the past couple of months on trying to just do artwork. It seems like every time I go to do the conventions, I have a great time. I have a lot of fun going out and meeting people and doing cool shit and seeing stuff that I haven't seen. But I don't make any money. I make just enough money to cover the cost of going to do that. And that's cool, but without another income supply to pay bills and rent and all that stuff, it makes it very difficult. So I may have to switch some things up. I'm hoping not to cut out all the time to draw and do creative t-shirts and posters and comic books and stuff like that, sketch cards. But there's going to have to be some sort of changes made, because I don't know what it is. Like I see people out there, like my daughter goes to high school, and she will have people in her high school that have 1,200 to 2,000 followers on Twitter and Instagram, and they're not doing shit. Like they're just showing off what they bought with their mom's money or their parents' money, and they have all those followers. And I am trying to produce art for the world and to do cool shit and not be normal, and I've got a handful of followers. So with the small amount of followers that I have on all the little social media stuff, it's hard for me to say, oh, check out this stuff I've got on sale. You're more than welcome to have at it. Well, no, not enough eyes see it. So it makes it very difficult. I just don't have, I was way too late to the social media bandwagon thing. So I'm taking that, and then all of my designs keep getting turned down from Ripped and T-Fury and Shirt Punch and T-Villain. Like they don't run any of my shit anymore. So it's just, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But so 2016, let's hope all that shit changes. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope some good stuff happens. Let's see. What did I do this year? I got to go to I've been out of state. I went to a couple of new places. Hope to get to more places, but being that I just make enough money to pay for my hotel room for 1 or 2 nights and then drive a car, there's no way that I could afford to go any further than like a 5-hour drive around Atlanta. So if you're at the 6-hour mark or the 7-hour mark, if I'm driving, I'm probably not going to be there because the money's just not there for me until I figure something else out. So I'll continue to do South Carolina. I don't even do South Carolina really. Just South Georgia, Tennessee, and Charlotte. That's about the places I've gone. So that's cool. This year marks the fact that I got my first sketch card set. I posted the other day that I got my check for these, even though it's been like almost 6 months since I've got them, turned them in and everything. But these are the ones that I get to sell. Like these are mine, so I can sell these to you guys. The Thanos, the Incredible Hulk. The guy's already supposed to buy this one. Let's see, got a little Iron Man action. Check it out. Little Groot. Deadpool. Captain America. And a Deadpool selfie. So those are for sale, so you could just message me for those. But getting that card set done and getting that check makes me a professional. So that was pretty cool. I've never done anything like that. And I put the video up a while back of me showing off the ones that I liked in the deck. And one of the ones that I liked in the deck did not get approved. So I got a letter from them saying, hey, you can't put the video up until you edit out the part where you show the card that we didn't approve. And I was like, well, shit. So I took the video down and just haven't put it back up because I didn't edit it together. Let's see. I'm working on a new card set for the Aliens movies for the same company. That's pretty cool. I was going to go to Wizard World Gaming Atlanta January, but the show got canceled, and I was going to be a guest there, so that was a little disappointing because that was going to be a big feather in my cap. But other stuff will come along. Let's see. I've seen some cool movies. So let's see. I watched Joy. Joy's, I think it's in the movie theater. So Joy is Jennifer Lawrence, and she has an invention, and the movie follows her through her chaos. The movie kept me pissed off. Let's pretend the movie's an hour and 45 minutes. Or what does it say? 2 hours and 4 minutes. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Out of that 2 hours and 4 minutes, an hour and 45 of that movie, I was pissed off. Not because the movie was bad, but because the amount of shit that she had to put up with from her half-sister, her mom, her dad, her ex-husband, her dad's new girlfriend's lawyer, all the shit that she was dealing with on a personal level outside of the inventing. They all wanted to, they're also needy, and I was just like, how is she not punching these motherfuckers in the face? I just don't understand. So I was very, very pissed off through the whole movie. But then at the very end, she, things work out for her, and she becomes this huge mogul. And it's based on a real person. So I thought the movie was cool, but I didn't, my OCD or my lack of my safety for punching people in the face would have expired long before hers did. So that was not, so it was cool. Check it out one time. Sisters, I haven't seen it. The Big Short, I want to see it. Spectre, didn't see it. All right, Concussion. Will Smith plays the doctor who finds out about the effects of a concussion. It's a one-timer. Like, to me, like, you can watch Castaway one time, you can watch this one time. You don't need to run out and buy it. You don't need to make a special day to go see it. It's about a doctor who finds out shit goes bad when you get hit in the head enough times. I mean, I didn't know that it would take a doctor to do that. But, so this guy figures it out, and he has trouble proving it. So the movie is basically him trying to prove to the NFL that they need to take better precautions, and how the NFL says, to hell with you, you suck. So it follows that guy's journey, and that was a pretty cool little inside story. Point Break. I will not be watching this Point Break remake, and because of the new movie coming out that came out on Christmas Day and opened 8th in the box office, I watched the original Point Break, and I realized how cheesy that sumbitch was, because I love Point Break. Point Break was one of my all-time favorite movies as I was going through high school. I was like, dude, that is cool shit. And I liked when they remade it and called it Fast and Furious. This right here, I don't even care to watch it. It just looks like a turd covered in peanuts, and I don't want to watch that. So let's go on. Hateful Eight. That was fun. I love Quentin Tarantino movies as a general statement. I like watching Quentin Tarantino movies. But when I watched this, I had no idea that this would be like watching the movie Clue if it were directed by Quentin Tarantino and rated R. So I had a lot of fun. It's like, these guys are all locked in a room, something bad happens, who did it? And you've got all these clues, and you're like, wow, why would that person? And not only is it that, but there's the story behind each one of the characters, why they're there, what they're doing, what their motivation is, on top of who did the bad thing. So that was really fun. Star Wars. Man, I went... I will tell you the story because I've got nothing better to do, and maybe you've watched it. It's minute 9, something like that. So I looked online. It was the Star Wars opened on the 18th, or I think it was the 18th, Friday. And I was like, oh, the internet broke last time everybody was going to get tickets. And I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to wait about a week before I go see Star Wars, because I'm not going to deal with all those people, because I'm not the biggest people person. I don't like being around people and stuff like that. So I was like, I'll just wait. So I saw Thursday rolls around, Thursday before Star Wars. Everybody's all excited, posting all this stuff on Facebook. And then I start seeing these people with tickets in their hands, Like they're actually walking into the movie theater, not advance tickets, but like, hey, I'm at the movie theater and I got my tickets. And I was like, what the hell are these people doing? I figured at midnight they would have a midnight showing of Star Wars, and there's no way that you could find me there. So I looked online, and I was like, it was like 2 in the afternoon. These people have tickets. And I don't know where they are. I'm just seeing them scroll through my feed. And I click on my local theater that is like 20 feet away from my house. And I was like, holy shit, these guys have like 12 to 14 like showing times for today. I called my wife. I was like, hey, or I texted my wife. I was like, hey, let's go see Star Wars when you get home from work. And she was like, today? I was like, hell yeah, today. So I wasn't sure how many people were going to be there, but we drove over there and there was no line coming out of the building. So I was like, all right, maybe it's safe. So at 8:20 at night on Thursday, walk inside. There's like 5 people in the lobby. Swipe my little card, 2 tickets, 3D, because 3D was the time. Like at 8:20, it was a 3D time, so I didn't like. Oh, I can't do 3D. I didn't do that, but that just happened to be what was showing when I went. So got the 3D tickets. We went in there, and I felt so weird because there was only like 10 people in the movie theater. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is the hottest movie to come out in ages. There's only 10 people." So I sat through there and we watched it, and there was only 10 people in that movie theater. Now I guarantee you, the next day, that Friday, shit was probably packed out. But so I ended up not sneaking in, but scooting in there and getting away with watching it without having a whole bunch of people. And that was fun. That was fun. It was cool. I don't care if it's New Hope all over again. I got to see characters that I'm already familiar with, which is what I think the prequels lacked. Is the prequels came out and we didn't know anybody. There was nothing nostalgic except for the word Jedi and Sith and lightsaber. None of that shit was nostalgic when we watched those prequels. So really the only people that appreciate the prequels are going to be people that weren't familiar with the original trilogy from the 70s. So this to me was like, all right, we're going to give you some new stuff and we'll sprinkle in the old stuff so that you can get that feeling. I mean, this movie was done hella better. So with the practical effects, the real stuff instead of using all the CG. But man, I just had fun. It is not the perfect movie, whatever. It was just fun. You just sit back and you're like, oh man, this is how I remember Star Wars. And I watch these podcasts, and I'd love to be a part of some of these because they'd have to be rated R or, you could say whatever you want podcast, not just PG bullshit. But so I watch all these people and they're like, oh, well, she can't do any wrong. Everything goes her way. And so what? Did you have fun watching the movie? You know what I mean? So whatever. I like Star Wars. I thought that shit was hot. I can't wait to see where they go. I can't wait to see where they go from there. It just looks like it's going to be so much fun. Okay, I watched Creed. Oh, Creed, the greatest movie. Oh, I can't believe it's Oscars and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's start off with it's a Creed movie, not a Rocky movie. So Rocky, the character, is in it, and so is Stallone, the white actor who plays him. Other than that, there is no other white actors in the movie, so it's just Stallone. So I've already seen the movie Creed. It was Southpaw. It was 8 Mile. It's any underdog story where you've got to prove something. So to me, I was like, all right, well, I'll watch it. I've heard good things about it. Stallone's performance was awesome. Stallone played an old man who's just on it, he can't do shit anymore, and so it was fun. He was playing, but I liked the same role when Forrest Whitaker played him, in Southpaw. So it's a good movie. Watch it. But here's the thing. How many times have I gone to the movie theater and I've watched a movie where the 90% of the cast is black, right? And then it's basically a movie with an all-black cast, and they just the N-word the whole time. And that sometimes you watching Straight Outta Compton, that's expected. But so I'm watching this movie, and it's 2 hours and 13 minutes. So let's just say like at hour 1:15. We've gone an hour and 15 minutes, over halfway into the movie, and not a single N-word. And I was like, cool, so you don't have to have this N-word in order to make a black movie. It doesn't have to have that. And then they throw that in there in the club scene. Not a whole lot, just the one time. And I was like, man, it was kind of like, really, you had to go there because you had made it through the whole movie and told a great story without having to resort to using that word to let everybody know that this is real. They did such a great job with the movie. And then they put that in there. I just felt like you could have made it the entire way and never used that word, and it would have been okay. So for some reason, and I don't know why that bothers me, but I would like to have. I would just make that be gone. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But Good Dinosaur, I didn't give a shit. I watched Good Dinosaur, and I'm trying to suspend my disbelief. I mean, yeah, it's talking dinosaurs and whatever, but these dinosaurs, they're brontosauruses, and they have things that are tied in knots. They're carrying like sacks with knots tied in their ropes. Like, who tied those knots? When you're setting a trap for the little human boy, you've got a string trap. Who tied the knots? Because you guys have these big elephant feet. If I wanted to watch Good Dinosaur, I would just watch, Lion King, the story of Lion King. Go out, become a man, and come back. That's the story. This little dinosaur, he's a little weak turd who isn't good for anything, and he's just pouty because, I'm not as good as my brother and sister. Well, and then so he gets lost from his family and has to go become a man and then come back and save everybody. You did that, Lion King, but poop on that. That wasn't even good. Will not watch that again. Let's see, is there any more movies on here? Legend. You get to hear Tom Hardy do his Tom Hardy voice. Oh, I'm Tom Hardy. Like every voice Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy. But if you listen to The Warrior, his character in The Warrior, and you listen to his character in Lawless, and you listen to Bane, and they all talk the exact same. And you barely understand them. You gotta turn on the subtitles. And golly, are you kidding me? But so I do want to see that though, because I like Tom Hardy. I just wish he had different voices. Let's see, Sisters, still haven't seen that. Big Short, Krampus, didn't bother seeing that. Spectre. I did get Rogue Nation for Christmas on Blu-rays, and that was cool. When you get on Blu-ray, it comes with a ticket, so you can get a Voodoo movie of any of the other Mission Impossible movies. So I got Mission Impossible 1 on the Voodoo download, because when you get an extra one. So I was like, oh shit, that's cool. So it's like getting a twofer. You got a twofer. Alright, well that's it for the movies. I don't see anything new. I just popped in Batman Arkham Knight. It's been probably like 4 months since I played Batman Arkham Knight, and I realized that I had a whole shitload of downloadable content that I hadn't even cashed in on. So I've been playing the hell out of that because I got all this extra bonus, all this other stuff. I thought I'd already beat the game, and I was like, oh, so they're going to send me out a couple of, who's calling me? It's Matt Parker. Let's see what he wants. Hey dude, what's up?
On Netflix?
Have I watched Electric Boogaloo? Yes, I have. That's the one where the guy talks about all the 80s movies, right?
Yeah, the guys from Canon Film.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to the end of it, dude. I thought it was an amazing...
Oh, it's funny, man. I didn't realize how many titties and shit were all in that.
I guess I didn't either, but... I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, these are the guys who made Cyborg. I remember watching that movie younger, and Masters of the Universe, and they weren't the greatest movies in the world.
Oh, no.
I was like, I had no idea that all these movies were made by the same guys.
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know what? They do have all the kind of same flavor, and now looking back after watching the documentary, you're like, I can kind of see where they're all the same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. I've got like 5 minutes to go to finish this off, and and I was just like, man, I got to call Bryan. If he has not seen this.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually filming my little weekly update for Shooting the Shit with Silverbacks, and you're on it.
I'm on it.
Yeah, right now. Talking to me, you're on it.
Oh, right on. Hello, everyone.
I don't know if I gave away your phone number. Maybe they won't call you.
Oh, well. All right, well, go back to filming.
All right, dude.
All right, bye.
Peace. So, where was I? I was talking about some shit. Movies, pops. Oh yeah, so Arkham Knight. So I had all these new missions. I got to do a Daredevil, or not a Daredevil, a Catwoman mission. I had to do, you Killer Croc. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. So if you have Arkham Knight and you haven't put it in your play box for a while, see if you've got them downloadable contents, and it's not just skins. Even though I was playing as the Batfleck skin, you get the Batfleck suit and the Batfleck Batmobile. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, Matt's playing Just Cause 3. He got that for Christmas, and he said that's pretty cool. Man, I don't really have much cool shit to talk about. I did start doing my my creator-owned comic book, Baku. I've actually started writing words to paper, which is something new. And then I'm doing little thumbnails, and then I did that mock-up that I put up on Facebook. I got that to do. I got these sketch cards to do. Got some shows. Got some commissions hopefully coming through. But I don't know what to. I would do these more often because I know I took about a month. I was doing them every Wednesday, and if you upload something every Wednesday and then like 10 people look at it, you're like, well, is anyone going to miss if I don't do it? Well, one of y'all missed it and said, hey man, when are you going to do it? So, and I don't even have like an artist tip of the day. I don't know. You know what? Manga Studio is a program used like Photoshop, but it helps you with your inking and stuff like that. Like it's a studio program designed to do that. And for Christmas, man, they were having a sale where you could download yourself a copy of the entire program for $15. So I jumped all up on that. Let's see, more info here, Manga Studio. Yeah, so now it's back up to $47.99. But if anyone out there is looking for an excellent tool, Manga Studio, if you're going to do some digital inking, I would recommend that you have like a pressure sensitive tablet to draw on, or a pressure sensitive screen / pen combo. That's how you're going to get the best results out of that. But man, that $15, that was awesome, because there's a guy, what's his name, Bryan Allen, who he does amazing stuff with Manga Studio, and he's got a brush pack. You get like these 100 cool ass brushes for like $3 or $5, I think it was. It's outstanding. But I'm happy I found that. Just to reiterate, I've got these bad boys, and I'll be taking, look at their artist proof. I don't know if you can see that. See the little AP right there? AP. That stands for artist proof. So that means the ones that you randomly get in the packs don't have that AP because they didn't come, like, they're not my cards. They're their cards. But these are my cards, so I sell these. So I'll have some of those for the Alien set too. Let's see. Just know I'm always taking commission work, so the 10 people that watch this video, if you're ever like, oh man, I'd like to see what a Ninja Turtle looked like with a hot pink headband. I wonder if that guy will draw me one. Yes, I'll do that. So I don't have much going on. Wrestling is getting stupider and stupider. I keep watching Monday Night Raw, just hoping that something will change, like it's gonna get good. Like, I don't watch it because it's good. I watch it hoping that maybe this will be the episode that's good and turn the corner, and they'll say, you know what, to hell with the PG error. I wish I had my list of 10 things to fix about the WWE, because I could make a whole video about that. So I watch that every Monday, just hoping the shit's going to get better, but it doesn't. The only thing that excites me is when I see people from the Attitude Era come back. You know, they're like, oh shit, the Dudley Boys come out of the back, and you're like, what? The Dudley Boys are back? Oh, well, the crowd only gets excited when you're bringing people back from the Attitude Era. There might be, every time somebody from the Attitude Era comes back, the WWE Universe loses their shit. So maybe you were doing something during the Attitude Era that you're not doing now that causes people to lose their shit. I'm just saying, without saying, but whatever. So I watched that stuff. I've been listening to a lot of iHeartRadio while I draw because I have to keep my head down and it's hard for me to focus. Man, I don't really have shit. Oh, so the Manga Studio, that was supposed to be like my drawing tip of the day, is to tell you to check out Manga Studio. They got some 3D modeling software within the thing, so you can like pull the 3D doll out onto your page and position the doll however you want to, and then just draw your guy or your girl over top of the wireframe that you've set up with perspective and all that. So it's really cool how there's a ton of shit in there that I just haven't even explored. Like, I'm just using it for the inking. Like, I've already drawn my stuff and then I'll ink it in there. But there's a lot of stuff if you wanted to start straight from scratch. Like Jonathan Richter, if you check out his podcast, that dude knocks out some amazing stuff from digital scratch. Like, boom, he's got some cool stuff going on. So I hope for the ones that watch this, you know, thank you for encouraging me to go forward and do stuff and appreciating it. And if there's anything I can do to help you, I mean, there's some of you that are that ask every now and then, hey man, can you help me with this, or what do you think about this? Can you give me some pointers? And I'll do my best. I don't know. I wish more people people that were at a level higher than me had more of the attitude that I think I have about wanting to help other people. But I don't believe that to be true. But maybe there's just so much shit going on when you get to whatever level is higher than me that they just don't have time for everybody. But all right, well, I don't have anything else to say other than this turned out pretty cool. What do you think? I think it turned out pretty cool. Got some of those. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great new year, and I hope, or let's see what the cheesy thing is everybody says. I hope the best of your past is the worst of your future. And if that were only true, oh shit, I got lottery tickets I got to check today. Maybe I won $300 million. And then I don't have to worry about shit anymore. I can just focus and kind of chillax. All right. But I hope you guys all have a great year. If you need anything that I can possibly help you with, feel free to ask. If you ever hear about somebody wanting some commission work done, logos, or I need this, you know, do you know a guy that I do it all. I do anything that pays me, and I'm halfway decent at most of it. So I wish you all the best. I hope 2016 brings you guys great stuff, and maybe we can work together. Y'all can help me get some 2016 greatness for myself. So, all right. I hope everybody has safe time. Don't drink and drive. Don't do anything crazy. Don't set anything on fire. And I used to have a closing statement. Whatever. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to use your blinker. Peace.